Do you think the logs in underground mines are used to prevent collapses? The truth is much harsher. These wooden props are fundamentally incapable of withstanding a real cave-in. If an accident truly occurs, let alone 10 or so logs, even a few dozen more couldn't stop an entire layer of rock from crashing down. So why do people still go to the trouble of setting them up one by one? Because their purpose has never been to provide support, but to serve as a warning. The pressure underground doesn't erupt in an instant. It builds up slowly. When the rock layer above begins to deform, the logs are squeezed to their limit and emit a piercing creaking sound. Experienced miners know from that sound alone when danger is imminent. If it's so dangerous, why not dig the tunnel a bit wider? That way everyone wouldn't have to stoop and the work would be less strenuous. But the problem is that they simply dare not do that because widening the tunnel even slightly increases the crushing pressure from above by another degree. Would you believe that today you can build a house without using a single brick? The entire process uses only foam panels that are assembled together. Two people can complete it in 8 hours, costing just $400. You might think it's not sturdy. Foam easily dents with a light press and crumbles under your feet, so living in it wouldn't feel safe. But in reality, this dome-shaped foam house has a structural strength 7.2 times greater than a brick wall, and its insulation performance is equivalent to a 4-meter thick brick wall. And the most counterintuitive thing is that such a lightweight material, once built into a house, is not afraid of strong winds or earthquakes. The secret lies in the assembly process. Workers apply structural adhesive to bond the foam blocks together. Many people don't realize that with just a butterfly clip and a small mirror, you can turn an ordinary makeup mirror into a professional live streaming setup. Here's how it works. By leveraging the principle of double reflection, your phone's rear camera instantly becomes a front-facing camera. Not only does this maximize resolution and image quality, but it also allows you to face the lens while simultaneously monitoring the on-screen display in real time, without ever missing a comment or interrupting interaction. Simply attach the small mirror to the back of your phone using a magnetic suction mount, then add a larger mirror using the same principle. When you increase the distance, your field of view expands in a flash. A typical front camera can only capture a giant face filling the frame. This is an image of Thai farmers leveling their rice fields. They drive a modified tractor, and the blade at the back pulls mud from the high spots to the low spots. After just one pass, the once uneven field becomes as smooth as a mirror. Thanks to this, when they later transplant the rice, they can ensure a uniform water level, avoiding areas that are too dry or too flooded, which would affect the survival rate of the young seedlings. However, the first step in soil preparation is to break up the earth into soft mud. They still drive this small machine, but with the rear blade removed. The farmer sits on a crossbar to add extra weight, pressing the vehicle down. Beneath the crossbar are two curved skids that help the machine glide smoothly through the mud. Building a skyscraper is not simply a matter of lifting steel beams into place and tightening nuts and bolts. The most critical and dangerous step lies in aligning the bolt holes while the beams are suspended in midair, because steel beams weighing several tons can easily expand or contract due to temperature changes. And because a crane cannot achieve perfect balance, the bolt holes are highly prone to misalignment. These steel beams often weigh up to several tons, and here's a secret many people don't know. Steel expands and contracts with heat. Every 40 feet, it will shift by as much as 1 inch. If the steel bends even slightly, the bolt holes on either side become completely misaligned, making it nearly impossible to match them up. At that point, workers must hang suspended hundreds of meters in the air, using crowbars to manually pry and force the steel beams into alignment.